not a crash to desktop, but my last flight there to Culiacan, we had an interruption on the video, and then it just quit broadcasting, even though it's the same podcast. So testing 1, 2, 3, 4, testing.
JetLinks 165 climb and maintain flight level 400.
Yeah, so what I did is I saved the flight, although it didn't save the information here, so I had to reload all of that. But anyway, so we are now flying directly to Talanu. We are at about 5,000 feet. I have my vertical path loaded, and so we should reach top of descent right over this mountain, right over Talanu right there, and then we'll do an approach to Culiacan. Hopefully we can complete this flight.
Southwest 129er climb and maintain flight
one
level
thing that I
400.
noticed is on the broadcasting here, I had settings, I had the Twitch. I didn't have it set to the Seattle, so maybe I was just losing the connection to the servers that GeForce Experience is using. So anyway, I wanted to complete this flight here.
Southwest 129er climb and maintain flight
getting
level
upset
400.
with the
Polaris
crashes.
9er 06 descent and maintain flight level tree 60.
So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and see if I can contact. We'll cancel.
JetLinks 165 climb and
Flight
maintain
following.
flight level 400.
This is real-time weather, real-time time.
Mazatlan Center, Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, cancel flight following.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha Mazatlan Center cancellation received. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Climb and maintain flight level 400 JetLinks 165.
So we'll go ahead and stay on this frequency until we can find our airport list, which is Mike Charlie Lima. Mike Juliet November. There it is. Culiacan International. We'll go ahead and contact Tower and request
Culiacan Tower, Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 23 miles northwest, 5,200 feet to land.
Hopefully they'll have us land at runway 20.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray
Yes.
Golf Sierra Alpha Culiacan Tower. Altimeter 29.75
29.75.
at 8. Fly left base runway 20.
Fly left base runway 20 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
So that really adjusted our altimeter there to 29.75. I wanted to complete this flight, do one complete flight from Los Mochis to Culiacan, but halfway through the video there, I didn't crash the desktop. My temperatures are running fine. Let's go ahead and take a look again at the temperatures. I changed it to Celsius right here. But the temperatures, I'm running at about 70 degrees Celsius, 68, which is fine. I think we're doing okay, and I did not have the crash the desktop, so my flight was continuing on. It's just my broadcast was interrupted, and I do believe that was probably because I didn't set it up to the closest Twitch to where I am. I'm in Bremerton, Washington. The closest Twitch is Seattle, and I didn't set it up to the, I guess the Twitch is what, a server for GeForce Experience, and I didn't have it set up to the closest server. So what I did is I hit altitude hold at, I'm at 5,000. I hit altitude hold. That hit that's my pit is right there. It's my pitch. Got my GPS loaded here, running a little high on my RPMs, and we are now 4 minutes from top of descent, and we should be descending to Talnu. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring down to 4,000. So, well, no, we'll just go ahead and do the top of descent right there. In Talnu, we should be at 4,000. Charlie Lima 501, 2,700. Final approach fix 1,600. And so that's why I have my assigned altitude 1,600. We are doing an RNAV approach to runway 20. We've got a few mountains there ahead of us. Outside air temperature is 27 degrees. Yeah, I'm switching between the desktop to the flight simulator, you know, back and forth. And I don't know if that caused my stream breakdown or not. But I'm trying to, you know, go between that and then Flight Radar 24 and Google Maps and all of that right there. And I don't know if that caused the breakdown or not on my. I have. We are going between Los Mochis and Culiacan right there. And I had the geographic layers there. And then the other one I had was Flight Radar 24, which will probably still have me over. I think it remembers where I was, yeah. So this is Los Mochis to Culiacan. And I'm going in between different things like that. This is the traffic close to Culiacan. I don't know if there's anything landing in Culiacan right now. That's going to go to Los Mochis. So, but at any rate, I don't know if that caused the server breakdown or not. So we are now descending. No. Well, why are we descending now? Well, the top of descent is right there, but apparently it is descending right now. We're descending. Top of descent is right there. Again, the whole plan originally was to fly over the runway and then go to Talnu. But when I reloaded, I saved the flight. Microsoft Flight Simulator has an option to save the flight right here, load and save. And so what I did is I saved the flight. Well, when I loaded it again after that crash, it didn't save any of my information on the Garmin G1000. And so when I reloaded it, I was at 5,000 like I was, but it didn't have, you know, my altitude saved, or I guess. So what I did is I did an altitude hold, and then it did the pit. And so anyway, let me go ahead and vertical navigation again. Vertical navigation is low. So once we reach the top of descent right there, we should start descending. I don't know why I was descending. Well, I'm still descending. I don't know why I'm descending right now. Because I haven't reached top of descent yet. Flying over a little bit of terrain here. go ahead and zoom in a little bit more. So we are now 1.5 minutes from the top of the descent. We'll go ahead and hit altitude hold again. So 4,100 feet. I don't know why it was descending. It actually, yeah, anyway, I don't know why it hit pit whenever I hit altitude descent. Altitude hold the first time, when it should just put in 4,100 or whatever you're at. But anyway, I am not a pilot. I'm a flight enthusiast, flight simulator, and I'm learning this new G1000 NXI system. But at any rate, we are now 46 seconds away from top of descent, and we should be descending to the assigned altitude 1600. Go to Talnu right there, and then we'll go to Charlie Lima 501, and then final approachments, Charlie Lima 1600 or 500, and down to 1600 is our approach. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can load my approach. So glide path is loaded. So we've got both of those loaded. We are now we're about 4 seconds away from our top of descent. Okay, we are now at top of descent right here. Okay. We are 28 seconds from top of descent. So the top of descent moved on us. We already contacted tower. Don't know if this is photogrammetry. I don't know if that's color has changed a little bit. I don't think it is. I think it's just the drier climate. I do believe that is Kuliakan ahead of us, so we're going to be flying right over Kuliakan. Let's go ahead and look at that. That's the direction of our airport. So we are descending. Vertical path is active. Our glide path is loaded. It is not active yet. The elevation of the runway is, I think, 105 feet. We do have some terrain around us, though. We've got this diamond right here, like a transparent diamond. I believe that's because of the light path is loaded. I think that's good. So the elevation for 501 should be 2,700 feet once we reach this 501 here. We are now turning toward the runway. So we say at 2,700. Glide path is loaded. Vertical path is reloaded for our 1,600, which I already assigned the altitude, or the altitude to 1,600. So we now have another top of descent right here. Okay, now we are on the glide path. So we don't have to worry about vertical path navigation anymore. The glide path controls both the vertical and lateral. And we are on an RNAV approach. The LNAV and VNAV, so the lateral navigation and vertical navigation are all controlled through this RNAV approach. we have about a 13 knot headwind at 242, so a little bit of a crosswind when we come in. But we are now on our descent toward runway 20. We should be getting clear to land here. I'm going to go ahead and slow down. I have full rich on my mixture now. Trying to slow it down now to, the way I understand it, 85 knots and below is the flap safe zone. Is that why that's white? So what I want to do is I want to bring the plane down to glide speed. We still have the TOD right there, but we are on the glide path, which is, of course, controlling our lateral and vertical. I'm going to hit flaps 1 here, so we can bring the nose down just a little bit and increase power just a little bit to compensate. And that is Culiacan, Mexico. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring it up now. I'm trying to keep that yellow line there to the G. So the G is the best glide path. I'm going to go ahead and put down another set of flaps there. The runway is ahead of us, although I don't. Okay, yeah, it's right there actually, right where the arrow is. You see 2 lights there. I don't see any PAPI lights. Bring that up just a little bit more. Kind of chasing it right now. Bring it down, up. Trying to chase that G. Okay, I'm going to do full flaps now.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, wind 163 at 8.
163
Clear
at 8.
to land runway 20.
Clear to land.
Clear to land runway 20 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
And that's the other thing too, is if you start in the air, even though I'm November Charlie 77 Charlie, it's Golf Sierra Alpha. So apparently if you load a flight from a save flight, it doesn't save your identification that you had whenever you took off, or whenever you took off, because I took off as November Charlie 77 Charlie. So you can see how the plane is. Let me go ahead and look on straight on. You can see how the plane is askew a little bit. That 8 knot sideways, and you can also see that right there. Actually, it's 14 knots where we're at right now. She said 8 knots at the runway, so I am bouncing around a little bit, so I don't see this moving around a whole lot though, the speed of it not. Okay, I'm going to bring it up. I'm just having a problem here. I got full flaps, but I'm having a problem maintaining the glide speed there with my engine power. Culiacan. It's like a little bit of a hilly terrain here. Let's see. This is all Black Shark AI. It's not photogrammetry. This plane is just really moving around quite a bit. It's all autopilot right now. Culiacan is an international airport, and jets do take off and land. Bring up the speed a little bit. I'm on the X. Go back to the glide there. Just kind of chasing this thing. It's like going to, I'm losing it, and then I'm gaining it, and I'm losing it. It's just really trying to keep it on that G right there. There we go. Outside air temperature is 33, so it's pretty hot. And okay, now I'm really dropping. I'm going too fast again.
500.
500 called out. I have happy lights there to the right. I have 2 red, 2 white. Going too fast again. Got an 11 knot wind. Trying to bring down the speed here without dropping too much. Okay, there we go. On the G here. It's just not wanting to stay on the G. Hotter temperatures, dynamics of the flight is different too. Whenever it's 34, that's like 100 degrees, isn't it? Fahrenheit. So we got a 15 knot crosswind or headwind there. Still on autopilot. Trying to aim for that 1,000 foot marker there. That's this area right here. And autopilot off. To idle here. Go ahead and see if I can flare. Okay, we're off the ground. Flaps up.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha exit runway when able.
And we'll go ahead and
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha contact ground on 118.5.
118.5 for Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
good day. And then what we want to do is we want to go to parking.
Culiacan ground Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra
Welcome
Alpha
to
taxi to
Culiacan.
parking.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra Alpha taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
So we have made it to Culiacan, but not in one video. And I'm not going to fly the whole thing again. The next one, look at that jet. That's a United States Navy jet there in Mexico. And we are now, I am pushing my rudder here. Move. Okay, to the right there a little bit. And there we go. Okay, thank you very much, sir. I'm going to go ahead and set the brake. And we'll go ahead. Oh, I didn't even have my landing lights on. Well, when I started the flight, I had everything on. So it didn't save that information either. But we'll go ahead and shut everything off. And we will... I'm going to keep my battery on so that whenever we look around in the drone, if we hear another plane landing, we can hear that on the radio. Well, let's take a look around in the drone here. I'll press F6 right here to speed it up. We'll take a look real quick at Culiacan. So this is Culiacan. And let me go ahead and switch now and go back to Google Maps. There's Culiacan. And so where's the airport at? That would be, I think, a little bit closer to the... I'll go ahead and go back to this layer here. See if I can find that airport. There's Culiacan. Where's the airport at? Usually an airplane symbol. Let's see, MMCL. There it is. There's the airport. So that's where we are, and then we have Culiacan right here. And going back to the flight simulator. So yeah, it's all pretty much, you know, satellite data on flight simulator. There is Culiacan at the coast. So the F6 right here, F6. So we are a little ways away from the coast. There's the coast over there. And just a lot of farmland, not so much a tourist town. But we are now in Culiacan. Alrighty, and that's about it. I'll see if I can do another flight without the server interrupting or without being dropped off. But the last video, the reason why it ended from Los Mochis to Culiacan, I tried 3 times, and all 3 times the video was interrupted. 2 times because of my system, which I replaced the CPU cooler, and then this last time because I lost contact with the server. So anyway, have a good afternoon, everyone. We'll talk to you later.